From the Kozlowski Gymnasium here on the campus of Arlington High School, ACMi Sports presents Arlington High School Boys Varsity Basketball. Tonight, the Spy Ponders of Arlington High School play host to the Minutemen of Lexington High School. Hello everyone, I'm Don Phelan. My partner to be joined soon in a little bit will be Tim Hoffman. And we come into tonight's game, a very, very important game in the Middlesex League, in the Liberty Division of the Middlesex League, with Lexington and Arlington tied for second place with league records of 7-4, trailing Winchester by 1 game. So the winner of tonight's game will have a leg up on the competition for second place. I don't know if Winchester is idle or playing tonight. Arlington, of course, plays Winchester on Friday night, so an Arlington win tonight, coupled with a win on Friday, would give Arlington at least a share of first place in the division. Arlington tonight, unfortunately, would be without the services of co-captain Jaden Williams. Unfortunately, Jaden came down ill just before the game and was sent home. So someone for Arlington is going to have to step up. Ricardo Bondasani will take his place in the starting lineup. But offensively for Arlington, taking his 20-plus points per game out of the equation is going to be difficult. But just like everything else in life, somebody else has to step up, and hopefully somebody from Arlington will do just that. But that's going to put a lot of pressure offensively on Owen Haglund, who has been tremendous offensively in the last few games. I'm sure Lexington will trigger their defense towards him, having one less big offensive player to match up against. And we'll see how Coach Woods will play that. So now we have the introductions of the starting lineups for Lexington. A freshman guard, number 1, Amare Moe. Number 4 is junior Darren Ongor. You have number 21, Sam Meyerberg, another freshman. Number 10 is Ryan Asperpor, a junior forward. And rounding out the starting lineup will be senior Donovan Jones. Head coach in his 11th season for the Minutemen is Reggie Hobbs. So very interesting lineup for the Minutemen with 2 freshmen. And I guess if you're a Middlesex League opponent looking at that lineup and seeing 2 freshmen in the starting lineup of a team that's 8-5 overall and 7-4 in the league, have to be a little nervous about the future as an opponent of Lexington High School. Now we'll have the starting lineup for your Spy Ponders. Number 0 is co-captain Simon Hess. Number 5, as I mentioned, into the starting lineup tonight, Ricardo Bondasani. Number 4, sophomore guard Owen Haglund. Number 23, junior Caden Mills. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Spy Ponders will be Matt Newfer, senior forward. Number 20, head coach of the Spy Ponders in his 4th season is Jack Woods. He's assisted by Mike Palladino. Head coach of basketball operations, head of basketball operations for the Spy Ponders is Tim Schuler. And now we'll have the playing of our national anthem. And we're almost ready here for Middlesex League action. As I mentioned, both teams coming into tonight's game with a league record of 7-4. Arlington at 9-5 overall. Lexington at 8-5 overall. And Tim, as I mentioned before you arrived, Arlington without the services of Jaden Williams. So somebody for Arlington's going to have to step up offensively, as his 20-plus points per game will be greatly missed.
Yeah, it's really tough to lose a great player like that. I'm looking for Haglin, maybe Newfer, obviously Caden Mills to step up and fill in the void. And actually, Simon Hess could pick up the pace a little bit today too. And you never know. Sometimes when you're down a guy, everyone comes to play the game tough. And some other guys are going to have some opportunity too. Absolutely.
And one thing you're going to notice in tonight's game is the season winds down. A lot of the leagues will go to the 3-person officiating crew because that's what you're going to see in the state tournament. So some experience for the officials to work the 3-man crew, and also for the players to get adapted to playing with the 3-man crew, because with that third set of eyes, a lot more things are seen, and you don't get away with as much as you used to.
I was going to say, not a lot of pushing and shoving with 3 guys out there.
Opening tip controlled by the Minutemen, but right away, Caden Mills already on the ground, almost with the steal, and now, Arlington couldn't quite come up with that turnover after all that hustle. Here's one of the freshmen, Amari Moe, in the lineup for the Minutemen. As I mentioned, they start 2 freshmen. Hess, with the defense, causes a palming violation by Lexington.
Yeah, you get 2 freshmen in the starting lineup in the Middlesex League, you have good things to come. And Lexington's one of the teams too that usually the kids stay. They don't end up at a 7th grader at one of the ISL schools after being a freshman here.
Inside nice pass to Caden Mills, and Mills lays it up and in.
I see Mills' energy level is high today. I think he's up for the challenge. Sometimes when you see him come out like this, like gangbusters, he has a game and a half.
First points of the contest belong to Arlington and Caden Mills, and now with the excellent pressure by Simon Hess, causing a traveling violation. So a couple quick turnovers by the Minutemen early on in this game. We've only played 53 seconds, and Arlington's turned them over twice already.
It's good that Baldessani's played a lot this year, so he can step right into the starting lineup, and he gives you a lot on the defensive end and a lot of hustle.
Haglin took it into the paint, didn't get the lucky roll. Here comes Lexington the other way.
They like to move it up the floor. They usually do a sideline break, then everyone will fill in.
That's the other freshman for Lexington, Meyerberg, number 21.
I like him.
Step back 3, but Ongur, good looking form, didn't get it to go. Ooh. Been a reach and foul there. Now they come back the other way to the Minutemen 3-on-1. Now they'll pull it back out. They dump it inside to Meyerberg, and Meyerberg tried to get it to pass on the corner. Haglin knocks it out of bounds. Lexington ball.
So both of their freshmen are guards. That's going to be a tough backcourt in the for years to come in the Middlesex League.
I know Lexington is missing a key player tonight. I was talking to athletic director John Bowler before the game. We were lamenting the fact that Jaden won't be playing, and he said Lexington is also missing one of their top players, so maybe a little trade-off there.
When you look at the Lexington bench, they only have a couple of kids dressed.
Right.
And some of them look pretty young.
Oh, yeah, they only have, looks like only 5 players dressed. Now, the entry pass, it's last touched by Arlington, the Lexington ball.
You know, this day and age, especially in the winter here, get a flu going around the locker room or something, you get a few guys out, get a sprained ankle here or there, and then all of a sudden you're down to 8 guys. I like this guy, this is freshman, he's running the show for Lexington.
Another pass knocked out of bounds by the Ponders. Early substitution 2 minutes into the game for Lexington as number 0 Charlie O'Brien checks in. And I think it's the freshman Meyerberg checking out. Now they run a nice entry play on the inbounding to Donovan Jones, and Jones with the easy 2 ties the game at 2.
You can't turn your back like that when you're guarding underneath your own bucket. You got to look at the ball.
Baldessani takes a little pull-up foul line jump shot and knocks it down.
Yeah, that's more his range. Sometimes when he takes the 3, it's too much of a stretch, but that's a good shot for him.
He thought about the 3, took a little bunny dribble, pulled up from the foul line and knocked it down. Arlington leads at 4-2, 5:28 remaining first quarter.
I like Arlington in the full court pressed on, trying to slow these guys down a little bit.
Caden got a hand on it, knocked it away. Goes to O'Brien, top of the key.
Travel. That's because Mills is right on him. You're not going to give him a sub. Well, they sub early and often, huh?
Asapur commits the traveling violation. Donovan Jones checks out of the lineup, replaced by Stephen Cooley, number 3.
So he didn't bring a lot of guys, but they're all going to play.
Apparently.
He's already into 7 now.
It looks like they have one more than I thought. It looks like they may have 6 on the bench after all. But still, short roster. Caden Mills kicks it back up top. They swing it around nicely to Newfer for 3. We need that, but it's going to be short. They're going to need Newfer to knock down some threes tonight. Haglund fakes, drives, rolls it up and in.
I'm looking for a big game there, right there. I could see Owen having a good game tonight. He's got the ball a lot.
His first basket of the game, and Arlington leads it 6-2. Mo throws it up, no. Rebound fought for, still on the ground, players on the ground, now everybody's up. Little tap pass there, resulting in a 3-pointer for Charlie O'Brien, no. Rebound fought for, Caden Mills comes away with it for the Ponders. He might have Bondasani ahead of the pack, he does, and Bondasani will lay it up, no, but he is fouled on the play.
Good rebound, good way to push up the floor there by Mills. I really like Mills' energy tonight.
Yeah, I didn't know if Caden was going to take that chance on that long pass, but Bondasani was pretty far ahead of the pack. And the Lexington player did everything to prevent the easy basket, and Bondasani is going to have to earn him the hard way, and he can't get the first one.
Good catch, too, by Bondasani. That wasn't an easy ball to catch. I think Belmont has to do a little bit better job boxing out. I mean, they go for the rebounds, but they don't box out. Lexington seems like they're crashing the boards here early, and not that they're super big, but they really get after the boards. Even the guards are crashing the boards. They got 5 guys in there.
Now, Mao tried to save it. He was on the line when he did, so even though Bondasani missed 2 free throws, Arlington will have a chance to increase their lead because they'll have the possession on the baseline when we resume after this Lexington timeout. So an early timeout by Lexington. Coach Hobbs, as I mentioned, in his 11th season for the Minutemen. And Arlington off to a pretty good start, 6-2 so far.
Yeah, they have a very good defensive intensity.
As you get a look at some of the early action. There's that beautiful inbounding play by Lexington. Arlington didn't defend that very well that time.
Yeah, they got twisted up a little bit. They had the back to the ball. There's good ball movement here.
Here's the pull-up jumper by Bondasani.
Yeah, that's a good spot for him to be. It seems like they just showed Owen Haglund going to the hoop. Seems like he's going to be able to get to the hoop or at least get into the paint, and that's where he does some damage. And he's also such a good free throw shooter, where if he can draw some contact, that's going to be pick up some points here for the Spy Ponders.
Arlington will inbound on the baseline, full 35-second shot clock to work with. They lead 6-2, almost halfway through the first quarter. Newfer handles that difficult entry pass, and now Arlington can start their lineup. Lexington falls back to a 2-3 zone. This is where you're going to need Owen Haglund and Matt Newfer to hopefully knock down some threes to loosen it up. Caden Mills with a nice drive, tried it up with the left hand, couldn't get it to go. Here comes Lexington back the other way.
It's funny seeing Lexington in the 2-3 zone back in the day. Coach Ferry has always had the man-to-man defense. They'd be all over you.
Now, coming up with the loose ball, power move, no. Rebound so far for still no. Lexington working hard. Both teams working hard on the glass, and now Newfer comes away with it. Lexington had 4 or 5 opportunities. Arlington has
nice
numbers.
Crossover.
Here comes Haglund all the way, switches hands, and lays it up and
That's
in.
a tough shot. That's what they need is Newfer. Matt really got the boards there. He boxed out. He got good position. Lexington's going to fight for every rebound. I mean, they're tough on the offensive glass.
Yeah, that's another thing you forget about Jaden Williams. Also a pretty good rebounder.
Oh, rip boards. Yeah, sometimes defensive boards, he'd rip boards.
Yeah.
He'd like to rip the boards because then he'd take off and go down and score. This is a good thing about rebounding. You get the ball.
8-2 Ponders. Lexington with another substitution. They bring back in the freshman Meyerberg, number 21. Arlington has yet to check that back. During that intermission there, Diego Palmieri, number 13, checked into the Ponder lineup. Is Bondasani getting a hand on that one? Newford took the break for the Ponders. Hess with a crossover, takes it to the hole. No.
Got to the hoop good. That's a good sign though.
That would have been a highlight.
No foul
from
here,
there.
Jaden. Caden's got to just be a little.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he causes so many turnovers just by his defensive pressure. I just don't want to see him get a foul in the backcourt. They need him tonight to stay on the floor. And sometimes we've seen in the last few weeks he's gotten into some early foul trouble. Coach has been patient with his foul trouble, but tonight we need him for maybe the whole time.
Yeah, the depth is going to be challenged tonight, so anybody who gets in foul trouble is really going to hurt the Ponder chances, no matter who it is, of the starting five.
I like Mills for 32 minutes tonight.
Yeah. Haglin for three, corner, short. Good strong rebound by Donovan Jones. Let's see who's going to pick that one up.
Good to Bondasani.
I hope so. It is on Ricardo, his first, second on the team. Arlington's done a great job defensively so far tonight, as they've held Lexington to just 2 points in the first 5.5 minutes of play. Ben Radoslovich checks into the Arlington lineup, and Ricardo Bondasani will get a chance. He'll get a rest.
Ben's played well the last couple of games. They could really use some help tonight with him.
So if Arlington get a 10-second call, but instead it's an out-of-bounds call, Arlington ball. The press has really, really bothered Lexington tonight.
Well, when they took out the point guard, the freshman point guard, that was a tough one because he was really breaking the press pretty good. He's just going to sit for a little while. We'll see him a lot.
Back to the 2-3 for the Minutemen. Arlington looks like they almost have a double high post offense there for a second. Now Caden Mills goes back down low. 20 on the shot clock. 2 minutes remaining, first quarter. Good patience by the Ponders against the zone. Simon Hess for two.
Oh,
rolls
big
it in.
shot.
As you mentioned in the last telecast, Simon Hess shooting 70% from 2-point range. Just increased a little bit there by knocking that one down. His first basket of the game, and the Ponders lead at 10-2.
It's not like he's taking layups, too. He's taking 14, 15-footers most of the time.
You got the big guy in the corner. I'm going to live with that shot, but he makes me eat my words as Donovan Jones knocks down the corner three.
Yeah, just the way he caught it and shot it, you knew that he's a shooter because he wasn't hesitating. When he touched that ball, that thing was going up.
Big hoop for the Minutemen. They were down 8. Now they just trail by 5. And kind of a big points for them in terms of the fact that they weren't scoring at all in this first quarter. Caden Mills tries a difficult shot, can't get it to go.
Got to get back.
Now Lexington with a chance to further cut into the Arlington lead.
Oh, good D,
Mills
taking the hoop.
just took it from behind. Caden Mills is going to go to the basket, switched hands to the left, couldn't get it to go as Darren Ongord kind of challenged him a little bit there. And now we're going to have a basket and a chance for a three-point play for number 10, Ryan Asserpour.
Yeah, they like to pick up the pace. I mean, that's a defensive rebound, and that fast breaking off the defensive rebound and turn that into a 2-on-1. Arlington's really got to concentrate on getting back on defense on missed shots because these guys will get it and go, especially up the sideline.
Bondasani and Newford back in. Hess and Palmieri will take a break for the Ponders. Someone other than Donovan Jones has scored for the Minutemen. Ryan Asserpour, Jr. He cannot complete the three-point play. Rebound is fought for, and Lexington able to come up with it. And now another turnover by the Minutemen. Traveling violation committed by Amari Moe.
They might be just a little too anxious to go quickly. They want to dictate tempo. However, sometimes they've turned the ball over by trying to do that.
Haglin's going to have to take over the primary ball handling responsibilities with Jaden Williams not playing tonight and Simon Hess taking a break.
Yeah, work the ball around.
Haglin a double team, came
Nice
to Mills,
pass.
tried to get it inside to Radoslovich. Ball's loose, fought for. There's going to be people on the ground now.
If there's anyone on the ground, Mills is going to be one of them.
There's 5 people on the ground. 6, is that 6? 1, 2, 3,
Timeout.
4, 5, 6. 6 people on the ground, 3 per team. Great hustle by both teams, and I think that Arlington had possession. I think Coach Woods called the timeout. Is that what happened?
Yeah,
there, Tim?
great call, great call. He saw that Mills got the ball. But if there's going to be anyone on the ground, you know Mills is going to be one of them, and probably the first one on the ground.
And they're looking at Caden a little bit. I don't know. Hopefully he didn't hit his head on the floor.
I think someone might have landed on him.
Okay, but unbelievable hustle play by both teams with 3 players per squad down on the ground.
He might have got hit in the abdomen.
Okay.
What an intense game so far. This is going to be a good one, Don.
10-7, 21 seconds remaining. Now, if it's Arlington ball, it started with Lexington ball, didn't it, when all that happened?
Yes, so Lexington had the ball. They had a quick turnover. Ball was on the floor, so...
Yeah, because the shot clock's still reading with 7, but if it's Arlington ball, they'll get the benefit of a full 21 seconds here in the remainder of the first quarter.
And that was Arlington's first time out, too, so that was a great call by Coach Woods. Get possession, and every possession in this game is going to matter.
Hess back into the Arlington lineup, so it's Hess, Newfer, Radoslovich, Hagland, and Bondasani, the 5 for the Ponders. They still have 7 seconds on that shot clock. I just don't want that shot clock to go off during Arlington's possession, and it looks like it's going to. Why? I don't know why there's only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Maybe it wasn't Arlington possession where that all started. I guess it's a moot point now anyway, because Ben stepped on the end line, and it will be Lexington ball. I don't know, maybe we missed something there, but
I don't think that was set correctly, Don.
Let's see if Lexington can get off a good final shot with 13 seconds to go in the first quarter, down by 3. Oh, Radoslovich tried to take the charge. Instead, it's going to be a 3-point attempt by Lexington from the corner. No good. Simon Hess tracks down the rebound. He's going to launch one from 75 feet.
It's going to hurt his 70% shooting.
Oh, that's right. Well, that's not a 2-point shot.
Oh, that's right.
It's a 3-point attempt. He's good.
He's still got 70%.
He's good there. So a low-scoring affair, which might benefit the Ponders because, as we mentioned, they're missing a lot of their offensive firepower without Jaden Williams. But Arlington will take it. 10-7 at the end of 1.
Yeah, when you take out 20 points a game, at least 7 to 9 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, and just great hustle plays, it's tough to pick that up. But these guys have been doing great, stepping up for their injured teammate.
Get a look at some of our first quarter highlights.
Don, once again, the Spy Pond is getting a good fan base here. With people packing in Tuesday night, Middlesex League basketball, good place to be. They've had great fan support all season.
Yeah, they really have. Great job, the student body section as well as the parents in full force, as you mentioned here again tonight. And then Lexington looks like they traveled pretty well also, coming probably, 5-6 miles at the most away.
Yeah, it's easy,
down Mass
easy
Ave.
commute, yep.
Mass Ave, take a left in Lexington Center, takes you right to Lexington High School. Not sure the name of that street, though.
Hayden, I think. Yeah, I'd like to get Matt Newfer heated up here, get a 3, loose up the zone. This is no regular zone either. They're not sitting back. This is like almost a matchup. Very, very deliberate the way they play.
Scoreless first quarter from Matt. He was the only Arlington starter to not score in the first quarter. Inside Hagland, double teamed. Bondasani in the corner, lost possession. I was going to have to take the shot. Got knocked down after the shot, missed it. Caden Mills fights for the rebound. Hagland fights for the rebound. Hagland puts it up. No, he's fouled on the play. He'll get 2 shots.
Yeah, it's because Mills went after the ball, tried to get an offensive rebound, tipped it, and tipped it to his teammate. That's a great hustle play by Mills that started that off.
Foul committed by number 4, Darren Ongor, his first, second on the team. Owen Hagland at the line for 2.
In such a close game like this, these are going to be super important. I like seeing Owen at the line because he's a good free throw shooter. He takes his time, has nice form. There it is.
Hagland hits them both. 6 points for for Owen early on, and the Ponders lead at 12-7.
That's a good no call there. Mills with the rip.
Good drive by Lexington. Couldn't come up with it. Here
attack
comes
the hoop.
Caden Mills. Strong, no. Rebound.
I like the idea, though.
controlled
I like the
by
way
Lexington.
he just gets the rebound and attacks the hoop. Those will fall. Oh, he took 6 steps.
Yeah, that's again, Charlie Moe, the freshman, he's probably committed, I want to say, 3 traveling violations. He got caught dribbling the ball out of bounds one time, and so the freshman with some growing pains here tonight, he has not had a good game so far. But he's in there for a reason, so Arlington still has to be careful of him.
He's tough. You can tell the kid can play.
Hagelin with
Nice
a
pass.
beautiful left-handed whip pass in the corner to Simon Hess for 3, no. Newfer high for the rebound, fights for it. Still fought for, and Donovan Jones comes up with it for the Minutemen. Oh, a nice little pass there on the cut. Jones to Asapur, and Asapur lays it in.
You can tell why Lexington's so good. These guys are so fundamentally sound. They're passing, very unselfish, good ball movement, lots of good cuts.
Only Jones and Asapur have scored tonight for the Minutemen. And now a ticky-tack foul there committed by Asapur. I think that's only his first, 3rd on the team. Both teams have committed 3 first half team fouls, so neither team really in jeopardy of being in the penalty yet. Surprisingly low number of fouls considering, as I mentioned before, with the 3-person officiating crew tonight.
Well, I think the zone helps. You know, Lexington's playing the zone, so they're not going to foul too much, especially on the perimeter on the zone. See, it's almost like they want them to get the ball down there.
They go for the quick double team.
Yep, there it is.
Newford for 3. Short on that one. Moe unable to save it. Kind of just went out of bounds with the ball. Apparently he felt like he couldn't make a play to keep it in play, and so he just decided to eat it into the wall.
Yeah, smart play, because I think he thought he was going to throw it to the Arlington kid that was going to score.
One of those old adages, don't save it under your own basket, but he was kind of away from his own basket. New for 3, came up short. Johnny on the spot there with Simon Hess. Now Caden Mills somehow comes up with it, and he throws it in.
I tell everyone I was passing that. Be the first one of the game. Good defense here. Slow him down a little bit.
Arlington keeping pretty much that 5-point lead. 14-9 Ponders coming up on the 5-minute mark, remaining second quarter.
And Lexington's offense too, if they don't have it on the perimeter, they go back door. Got to really be careful that you're watching the ball and your man.
Missed opportunity there for the Minutemen. Hagelin with the rebound. And now Arlington will set up their zone offense. Caden Mills on the high post. Owen Hagelin running baseline. Simon Hess for 3. Yes!
Yes, they're going to have opportunities because when you see Lexington set up their zone, both of their top guards cover the one man. So they're sort of, not that they're double teaming them, but they have to spread out. So if someone gets their feet set on one of the wings, like Simon just did there, they're going to have a wide open shot. I like Newfer and Hess on both 45s, and let it fly. Get them, break their zone.
After that 3-point basket, Arlington went to the press, and on the double team, Simon Hess picks up his second personal foul.
A nice pass.
Ponders have a 3-on-1 break.
Attack
Caden
the hoop.
Mills, strong, missed the layup, rebound fought for. Newfer kind of got in the way of Bondasani. Mills had another crack at it. Now Arlington with a triple team. Lexington must have somebody must be open, but Hess makes the steal.
He's everywhere, man. He gives 100% every play.
Owen Hagelin for 3, no.
Got to get his feet set a little better on that one. His hips were open towards where the ball was coming from. Got to square up to the hoop like that.
Good looking shot, but didn't go down for Darren Ongor. And now they're going to get, let's see. I thought one official was making the signal for a foul. He was. He had the closed fist signal, the down low official. And now the...
Coach Woods noticed that too.
Absolutely. I think that official had a foul. And somehow they're going to go with the held ball.
Got to be careful in this out of bounds play here.
Alternating possession favors Lexington. Tough break there for the Ponders. Now there's your basketball justice right there. As the kids like to say, ball don't lie. And the Arlington defense forces yet another Minutemen turnover.
Their defense has been exceptional tonight.
Holding Lexington to 9 points. We've played a quarter and a half. And Lexington only has 9 points. Beautiful cut by Newfer. They were unable to connect on the play.
You've never heard me say this before. Bounce pass, that scores.
There you go.
I love my bounce pass.
Here's the other freshman, again. Meyerberg, number 21.
They both play with such poise, both freshmen.
Ooh, that was a travel.
He
And
stepped
now
out.
stepping out of bounds. So again, the basketball gods have been shining favorably upon the Pond, because every time we think something didn't go in their favor, something else does. So that's been a good thing so far tonight. Ponders by 8.
Both Lexington freshmen, I'm so impressed. They're probably, what, 14, 15 years old. They play with such poise.
Is Hagelin with a little pull-up shot? No. Mills comes flying in for the rebound.
Nice.
Kept it alive, and Owen Hagelin's able to put it back up and in. And now Lexington will be forced to take their second time out as they find themselves trailing by 10 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first half.
That play is by Caden Mills. I mean, he just came running in, tipped it off the glass. Of course, Owen had good position, puts it up and in, has good hands. The intensity is there for Arlington tonight. Sometimes you see a different energy level that we've seen throughout the season. Not that that dictates whether they win or lose, because they've been able to overcome low energy on some games. But tonight I really, really like their energy level, both offensively and defensively.
As we mentioned in our telecast, I guess that was last Friday night, a big week for Arlington. Lexington here tonight at home, tied for second place in the division, and then at Winchester on Friday night. And if Arlington can continue to play as they have tonight, they'll be playing for first place on Friday night.
Yeah, they did really well against Winchester here. Winchester has really improved throughout the year because they had some younger guys, but that's going to be a tough, going to Winchester, it's going to be a tough game. Hopefully the Arlington fans show up like the Lexington fans did tonight. Easy drive over to Winchester.
One of Arlington's final 3 home games here tonight. They play next Friday and then the following Friday. So season's winding down.
Nice pass.
There's your bounce pass. For Arlington there to defend it effectively. Another 2 nice bounce passes. 3 bounce passes in 1 possession. Bondasani can't keep control of it. Now Lexington's going to get an easy 2.
Yeah, they always come back to the high post and then they cut right immediately to the hoop.
7 for Donovan Jones. Still, only 2 Lexington players have scored. As Owen Hagelin puts it up, and they're going to say he was in the act of shooting, so he'll go to the line for 2.
We'll take that. I think he was looking to dish it, but maybe threw up a little jump hook there at the end.
That foul will be committed by number 3, Stephen Cooley. For Stephen, that is his first, 4th on the team, matching Arlington, both teams with 4 first-half team fouls. Owen Hagelin at the line for 2, and he nails the first one.
We see Diego Palmieri and probably picking up some of the slack that with the short bench today.
I think he's going to probably spell Simon Hess.
Okay.
Because Hess did pick up that second foul. Hagelin finishes both of his 2 free throws. So I'm wondering if Coach Woods is going to keep Simon up for the remainder of the half just to try to bide some time so he doesn't commit foul number 3.
That's a nice play.
Darren Ongor for 2, first player other than Asarper or Jones to score for the Minutemen. And it's 21-13 Arlington. Owen Hagelin for 3.
Oh, he liked that one. I like that one.
Look good from this angle. Again, Arlington fighting on offensive rebounds, and Caden Mills strung to the tin and lays it in. Half dozen.
He's bringing it tonight.
Half dozen for Caden Mills, and the Pond is back up by 10.
He's probably caused a half dozen turnovers too.
Ooh, Bondasani almost caused a backcourt violation. Went off the Lexington player's foot. It would have been a backcourt violation had it got there.
He's got to be careful, backdoor cut.
There's that 3 again from the corner. That one not quite as successful as the first one. Here's Hagelin, little Euro step.
Wow.
Gets the roll.
That was a good outlet. Hey, you know what? Lexington's pushing the pace, and sometimes when you push the pace like that defensively, you're not getting back on defense because you're exerting all your energy trying to get the ball up the floor, and I think that's what's Arlington's taking advantage of that now, because when they start press breaking, they're getting easy buckets.
Palmieri picked up that foul, his first, team's 5th.
Good defense there by Matt.
Arlington with their largest lead of the game, none anymore, as Amari Moe finally scores. 3-point shot there by the freshman cuts the Arlington lead down to 9. Arlington had achieved their largest lead of the game, which was 12.
3 guys on him. Oh, jeez.
Going to have a held ball situation. Possession arrow favors Arlington. In lacrosse, that would have been withholding the ball from play. As at one point, Owen looked like he was just lying on top of the basketball. Dangerous place to be.
Yeah, at one point they had 3 guys on Caden, and in that zone, if you got 3 guys on someone, there's going to be some open holes. Oh, that's not a good foul.
Yeah, it is not, as Ongor picks it up. Be team foul number 5 against Lexington. So both teams now with just 1 more foul to give before the other team will be in the bonus.
That would have been nice if he was in the ones. And one of your best foul shooters, one of the best foul shooters in the league.
For Ongor, it's his second.
Oh, jeez.
And still here by Lexington. Going coast to coast and letting it in is Charlie O'Brien. So O'Brien with the steal and went pretty much the length of the floor to lay it in. And the Ponders now find their lead, which had once been 12, almost halved to 7, 25-18. Owen, I think he just lost possession of that one. He did. Be Lexington ball.
He's not used to playing point. He's probably their 3rd option with Simon, and then obviously Jaden would have had the ball there too.
43 seconds remaining, first half. Arlington by 7. I think Owen's pretty much gone the whole way tonight, I think. So has Caden, I want to say. All the way to the hole. Oh, I didn't know that Ryan Asseper had that in him.
He has some hop right there. I mean, not only did he dunked 2 hands, taking it to the hoop.
Junior forward with an impressive play, and Arlington now leads by just 5. It's been a 7-0 Minuteman run.
I'm shocked on. That was an awesome play.
Arlington can hold for 1. This foul is going to give them another chance to reset their offense with 12.8 seconds to go, as Lexington has committed team foul number 6. That was the one they had to give. Arlington ball on the sideline, up by 5 with 12.8 to go.
What's he, about 6'1", 6'2"? He took it to the rack with someone on him.
He was 10 feet on that one.
Biffed it.
Hess back into the Arlington lineup, as I mentioned. Coach Woods can afford to have him play these final 12 seconds so Arlington can set up a little bit better offensively, not run the risk of Simon getting that 3rd. Hagen's going to take a very difficult fall-away 3. Had a little bit more time than he thought, and now really...
not from behind. I didn't like that call.
I don't really either. 2.3 seconds, 2.4 seconds to go. Arlington picks up foul number 6 team-wise, and Arlington's quickly going to make substitutions to make sure that neither Simon Hess nor Caden Mills picks up foul number 3 before the half's over. Lexington can inbound for a final play with 2.4 to go. Radoslavich.
How many is that on Mills?
Trapotsis, 2.
2, okay.
Trapotsis and Radoslavich in the Arlington game. Lexington fakes.
Traveled.
And traveling violation, so now Arlington will have 1 second to get off what could be a desperation shot. Lexington's going to make substitutions. Arlington chooses not to.
Yeah, you just got to get the ball in bounds here. There it is. Got a shot anyway.
Dasani, no.
Hey, 1 second left. You get a shot off. That's pretty good.
Absolutely. So Arlington held a 12-point lead. Lexington ends the half with a 7-0 run to trim it to 5. The score at the end of the first half is Arlington 25, Lexington 20. Tim and I will be back with the second half.
So you can't, if you're here, you can't stand up, just because we're broadcasting this live, and you're the shot right now. Thanks.
And as we get ready for second half action, Don Phelan along with Tim Hoffman. And Tim, you have to be impressed with the Spy Ponder defense tonight, holding the Minutemen to 20 first half points.
Absolutely, especially since Lexington really likes to push the pace. They have a good offense. They like to get it up the floor. Arlington's defensive intensity has been excellent. And the fact that they're picking up full, trying to slow them down a little bit helps a ton.
Arlington has the same 5 that began the game to begin the second half as Bondasani, Ricardo Bondasani, number 5, thought he had a clean block. He's called for a foul on the play. Owen Haglund, number 4, number 0, Simon Hess, number 23, Caden Mills, and number 20, Matt Newfer, the 5 for the Spy Ponders. For the Minutemen, Mo, number 1, Ongor, number 4, Asapor, number 10, as Ongor misses the first free throw. Number 21, Sam Meyerberg, number 23, Donovan Jones, the 5. For the Minutemen, also the same 5 that began the game for them. Freshman backcourt for the Minutemen with is number 1, Amari Mo, and number 21, Sam Meyerberg. Ongor hits 1 of the 2 free throws, and Arlington's lead is now down to just 4. Remember, they led by as many as 12 halfway through the second quarter.
Well, we travel a little bit, yeah.
A raveling violation committed by Arlington. It will be Lexington ball.
You got to establish your pivot foot, throw a ball fake, get the ball to the baseline on that. It's just a little sloppy there. Looks like Lexington's come out with a little bit of confidence here. They're passing the ball really well.
Meyerberg, the freshman, with the fadeaway baseline jumper, hits it, his first basket of the game. And now the Arlington lead is just 2 points a minute into this third quarter.
Need something here to stop the bleeding.
Be nice if Matt Newfer could get it going here in the second half. He was scoreless in the first half.
They're being patient, working around.
10 on the shot clock.
They want to control tempo themselves.
Haglund takes a little
jump hook
type of shot.
Oh,
Just at
man.
Caden Mills with the rebound.
Caden Mills just ripping offensive glass.
Strong rebound, strong basket.
Dive.
Haglund with the steal.
Oh.
Now let's see who that pushing foul was on. It's on Arlington, it's on Owen Haglund. He'll pick up the foul, his first, and the second on the team early on here in the third quarter.
That was good defense. I would have liked that, let that play develop a little bit more because they were both pushing each other. See who pushes more.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's the one thing he's going to have to work on. Is he doesn't come to a jump stop. He just loses his pivot foot and just keeps going. I mean, so much for the Euro step, but that's a Euro plus step.
Yeah, he's just sliding that second foot when he tries to come to a stop. I believe that's his 5th traveling violation.
He's quick as heck. He's just got to slow down. He's got to slow himself down a little bit.
.15 on the shot clock.
Downtown.
For 4. No. Bondasani keeps it alive, knocks it off a Lexington player. Arlington ball. Now
No
that
shot
shot,
clock though,
yeah,
right?
the shot did not hit the rim, so shot clock has not been reset. Arlington has 9 seconds to work with on the 35-second shot clock. Plenty of time.
Really good underneath their own hoop though.
Plenty of time to get off a good shot. Haglund fakes, now drives baseline, makes a nice little shovel pass to Caden Mills. Arlington still needs to get a shot off. Here's Newfer, got caught up in the traffic.
Nice.
And the blocking foul committed by Lexington with just 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Break for the Ponders there.
Yeah, if Matt felt some contact, throw it up. Just get something up there, get a shooting foul. Reset anyway, though.
Haglund tried to go into the paint. Mills comes up with it again. That shot was blocked from behind. Now here's Arlington with the steal back. Haglund puts it up. No basket. Offensive foul.
Ooh, not a lot of contact there. Great play by Mills before that, though, getting on the floor. I like that as a no call, but maybe I'm just a homer, Don.
Fortunately, Owen did not have any fouls in the first half, so he's picked up 2 very quickly here in the third quarter. So
and they need him.
only 2 total. He's not in really any foul trouble yet.
He does a little bit of everything for him.
Well, Lexington had a player open on the back door, couldn't find him. Now they'll reset. That might have gone off the Lexington player. It did. I believe it was Caden Mills got a hand on that pass and was able to deflect it off the Lexington player and out of bounds. Arlington ball. Charlie O'Brien and Stephen Cooley into the Minutemen lineup.
Good D again by Mills. Broken record saying that. It's good to have Hess back out there, sitting out with a little foul trouble earlier.
Caden also playing with 2, puts it up and
nice.
in.
See, when he takes his time, gets his leverage, gets his feet, it's tough in there. Just like a delay of game warning there. I think he hit the ball afterwards. Is that what they do, Don?
Yes.
Yeah, he hit the ball after he scored, which is a good move if you can get away with it once, but you don't want to do it again. Get a delay.
Yeah, I don't know if they had it written down as an official delay of game warning in the book, because if it is, and Arlington were to do that again, it would result in a technical foul.
Gotcha. This kid can definitely fill.
Meyerberg for 3, no. Rebound put back up by O'Brien, no. Arlington comes up with the loose ball. Simon Hess gets it to Ricardo Bondasani. Here come the Ponders back on the other way. Owen Hagelin fakes the 3 and he gets tackled. It'll be second down, Arlington.
And, you know, Newford had good position there. He didn't get the rebound, but he was able to tap it to Simon Hess. It's good when he gets position. He's tough on the defensive glass. They really need him because, like I said earlier, Lexington really gets after the offensive glass.
Stephen Cooley picks up the foul. Good sportsmanship by Stephen as he, got confused by the head fake by Owen Hagelin, landed on him and apologized for that. So good sportsmanship there. Caden Mills kicks it back out to Bondasani in the corner. Simon Hess fakes the 3. Now he's going to take a little pull up 2 and hits.
That is a tough shot. I mean, I don't care what level you're at. You throw a ball fake from the 3-point line, take a hard dribble, your defensive man is still on you, and you jump stop and pull up and take a 14-footer from the corner where you don't have the depth perception. That is a tough shot at any level. And he's really good at that.
Timeout called by Arlington. We've seen Arlington first with Coach Bowler and now with Coach Woods. They like to take that timeout at a positive time after a basket. Maybe think about changing up defenses, getting the players a break. And we'll see if Arlington changes anything up here defensively as they break the huddle. It would be the same 5 players that have been playing not quite halfway through the first half. Third quarter, almost halfway through the third quarter.
When Owen takes that shot, you see a lot of kids will take that ball fake and either go right to the hoop and they get in trouble because they get into the trees, or they commit a charge where he's able to pull up and take that 14, 15-footer is a great weapon.
2-point range. He doesn't miss.
Off his foot.
Yes, indeed. Off his own foot, Arlington ball.
That was caused Bondasani was playing tough defense, which as we've seen all year. That's sort of his calling card. And he was right there, right on him.
Lexington got it as close as 2. Arlington has increased the lead back up to 8, led by as many as 12. They're working around. Let's see if Hess takes another 2-pointer. Instead, he drives baseline, kicks it back out. Matt Newford for 3. No. Caden Mills fights the rebound. Couldn't control it. Lexington ball.
He was right there, though. He had inside position. This time, instead of the... he hands the referee the ball, which is a smart move.
Arlington dropping back a little bit now defensively. This looks like a
1-3-1.
1-3-1.
Yeah, they're going to trap a little bit out of this.
Bondasani almost got a hand on that pass.
I don't expect them to stay in it too long, but Coach Woods is just going to give them a couple of different looks. But especially with this team with the 2 freshman guards, try something a 1-3-1, trap them, make them move the ball. Weak sides usually open on a 1-3-1.
Arlington creates another turnover
nice
on the entry pass. Here comes Bondasani. He's going to go all the way, puts it up. No, he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the line for 2.
I didn't see who dove for that. Was that Owen Hagelin? Someone dove over in the corner. That was a great defensive play. But the 1-3-1 paid dividends right off the bat. I think that's the first time we've seen the 1-3-1 all season.
All season, that I can remember. Cooley picks up the foul, his third on the team. Both teams now with 3 second-half team fouls. And Ricardo Bondasani hits the first free throw.
Big one by Ricardo. Wholesale substitutions here.
Number 14, Andrew Stevens, one of those substitutions, a sophomore, his first playing time of the game.
They got freshmen, they got sophomore. Lexington's going to be around for a while.
And Ricardo hits both free throws. Clutch shooting there by the senior. And the Ponders back up by 10.
Back into the 1-3-1. They're going to trap a little bit here.
Lexington with only 3 third-quarter points. Arlington has scored 8.
Caden Mills with the turnover again. 2 for 2 on the 1-3-1. Great pass.
Nice bounce pass. Hayden goes up strong. Shot was blocked by Jones. Lexington back the other way. Little Euro step. Count the basket.
Come on.
And Ryan Asserper will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
Down the other end, I like Caden coming to a jump start, throwing a ball fake instead of continuing. Down here, I didn't think that was a very good call. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to say.
And it looks like there's a discussion. And Coach Woods didn't like the call. Let's just put it that way.
I think he disliked it more than I did. He's got more vested in it than I do, but I didn't like the call. I'm sorry, Don.
Hess picks up the foul, so that he complicates things even further as he picks up foul number 3. Asserper completes the 3-point play.
Yeah, you're going to need Hess too. You're going to need him the whole way because he's really been controlling the point offensively for them. He does so much for them.
Asserper now with 9 points, leading the way for the Minutemen. Completes the 3-point play.
Yeah, you can't force that into the paint there.
In a tough area there. It was a double, or at least double teamed, if not triple teamed. Now Arlington will be called for a kick violation. Remains Lexington ball. Shot clock remains unchanged. 30 seconds on the shot clock. 3:03 remaining third quarter. Number 24, Ben Radoslovich, checks into the Arlington lineup and he replaces Simon Hess. So with a bigger guy replacing one of the guards, Arlington's going to have to go down a notch with their personnel.
They're probably going to put Haglin up on the point, which they ran a little bit, or they're going to put Bondasandi up there.
Yeah, I think if I were Lexington, I might take advantage of this opportunity with Hess being out of the lineup and maybe pressure Arlington a little bit more. But
they're not going to get out of that zone. They love that thing.
They're settling right back into the 2-3. Bondasani will play the point up top. Now Haglin replaces him. Arlington works it around. Bounce pass in from Bondasani to Mills. He got hit. Puts it up and in.
That was a nice bounce pass by Ricardo.
Coach Woods wanted that foul, so did I. But Mills able to complete the shot, thank goodness, and he has a dozen on the game.
Got to get back, get below the line of the ball. Ooh, too many guys reaching in there.
Coach Woods has to be careful here. He has to be really careful here because it's the same official that called the other one against Arlington, calls this one against Matt Newfer. For Matt, only his first. There were a couple, as you mentioned, there were a couple people with their hands in the cookie jar there, and fortunately for Arlington, the player they chose is a player not in foul trouble. 5th team foul on the Ponders, though, so this is going to be a free throw shooting contest in the fourth quarter. This is significantly more fouls in the second half than there were in the first, and we're only 5 or so minutes into the second half.
Both teams are good foul. He's going to get to the hoop.
He does that time and lays it in.
Both teams can hit their freebies. They just have to, if it's going to come down to that, they just got to be really careful and make sure you make them. Take your time.
Amare Mo with the basket. He has 5 points now.
Oh, goodness.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark remaining third quarter, Ponders by 7.
Nice
Inside
pass.
to Radoslovich, he got hit. Count the basket, and Ben Radoslovich will go to the line with a chance for a 3-point play.
One of the most underrated things, as I said last time, is the catch. That's a darn good catch that he made, and he was on his strong side because he's a lefty. Good pass by Caden.
Foul will be committed by number 23, Donovan Jones, his 3rd, 4th on the team.
That's a big when you start getting points from people out deeper on your bench.
Radoslovich can't complete the 3-point play, but the loose ball comes right to Caden Mills, and Caden Mills says, I'll take the easy 2.
You better
he
box
lays
him
it
out.
in.
You don't box him out, he's going to crash the hoop.
Ponders by 11. Cooley for 3. Looks good, but short.
I'd give him that.
Low with the rebound. Arlington called for a kicking violation. Remains Lexington ball. Minute 39 remaining third quarter. Ponders by 11.
Matt might have even been out of bounds there for a little bit when he was playing defense.
Diego Palmieri will check into the Arlington lineup, and he'll give Caden Mills a rest here. maybe for the final minute 39.
Got to
we'll
be
see.
careful here with the screens. Make sure you open up to the ball.
Three-point shot is good. Ryan Asapur. So we've seen Asapur with a two-handed jam. We've seen him hit some three-pointer now. He has a dozen, and the Arlington lead is down to 8.
I'd like to see him get a little more involved in the offense. I mean, he seems like he could do a little bit of everything. A good player.
Junior forward. Bondasani had the shot blocked by Jones. But the loose ball came out to Owen Hagelin, takes a three, misses. Arlington with the offensive rebound. Now Hagelin throws in the floater.
Great play by Ricardo. He gets the offensive glass and dishes it right away to Owen. Owen takes it to the hoop.
Now Arlington will go back to the full court press.
That's a good defense there. Look at Coach Woods goes in, move up, guys. Oh, timeout. Good call.
And before Owen Hagelin could come up with that steal, Coach Reggie Hobbs sensed the danger and takes his third timeout. So, yeah, he saved a possession, but he cost himself maybe what could be an important timeout in the fourth quarter, as he only has 2 remaining.
Yeah, Caden was going to check back in, but Coach Wood said, "Hey, look at this, 50 seconds left. Let's live to fight another day. We'll save him for the fourth quarter." That was a good timeout, though, because I think Lexington was in a little bit of trouble there. Cheerleader's doing a good job tonight, Don.
.9 seconds remaining, third quarter. Arlington back up by 10. They've led by as many as 12. Lexington got it as close as 2. Good response here by Arlington. Arlington with a high-scoring third quarter, 16 third-quarter points so far for Arlington.
That's been their calling card. I remember the last couple of games, third quarter, they come out after their halftime talk. Coach makes some adjustments. He's great at that, obviously. And they come out, do something a little bit different, but they get a little more intense.
Ooh, Cooley might have taken an extra one there. Now they're going to have Jones for 3 in the corner. No. I don't care that he made that one in the first quarter, Tim. I'm going to give Donovan Jones, and obviously he's not afraid to take it, so obviously he can make them. Yeah. But I think he's 1 for 3 on those corner threes, so I'm willing to survive that. Plus, he's one of Lexington's bigger guys, so when he's out there, you know, it really limits the Lexington offensive rebounders, size-wise.
With his shooting, too, he took that shot. It was way too quick of a release. He's better when he gets his feet set, bends his knees. That's great defense.
Bondasani gets called for that foul. Here comes Radoslavich, puts on the brakes. Loose ball fought for, held ball called, possession arrow favors Arlington, I believe, and it will be Arlington ball.
He should have just gone to the hoop. He's a lefty anyway. See what happens, maybe get hit. But it's good that they got the possession here. Shooter back in the game here.
No, that's actually Chris Lupone, number 2. This is his first action of the game.
I thought that was the other.
Let's look a little bit like Meyerberg. 3-point shot there is no good.
Bob bringing someone in this late.
Arlington on that last foul that was against Bondasani was his 3rd, and Arlington now has committed 16 fouls, make it 7, as Owen Hagelin will pick up that foul, and I believe for Owen that's going to be his 3rd as well. So I think Hess, Hagelin, and Bondasani all now playing with 3 personal fouls. Arlington now over the limit. This is a 2-shot foul.
Coach Woods putting Hess back in, putting Simon Hess in, and told him, do not foul. Do not foul in this 12 seconds.
14.9 seconds ago. I mean, I know he probably just wants this team to hold for a final shot and live with the result. Nope. Caden Mills back in, Radoslavich and Bondasani out. Jones for the second free throw, hits it, and Arlington leads by 9.
Work it around, take the last shot.
Arlington faithful, counting down the time for the team. Newfer, baseline drive, pivots, shoots, blocked, shoots it up anyway. Yeah, the players stopped on the initial shot, but the horn hadn't sounded, and he got off another shot that I believe would have counted, but he was off balance and just threw it up at the rim, trying to get the best possible result, but it did not go.
Both of them were pretty good looks.
So the Spy Ponders outscore the Minutemen by a score of 16-12. in this third quarter, and they take a 9-point lead into the fourth quarter.
There's Caden Mills on the floor, as per usual.
There's that charge we didn't love.
Looked a little better for the ref on the replay.
Yes, it did.
But Mills once again attacking the hoop. Good outlet pass there. That's the jumper that I love.
2-point land. He's the man.
Bondasani's really come up well. Usually they use him more of as defensive specialist, but he's doing a little bit of everything. He's made his free throws, he's attacked the hoop, and he's really done well at the high post trying to get the ball in. And he's one of the guys that utilizes the bounce pass down into the post. I think most of Mills' shots that he's gotten in the interior have come from Bondasani. It's a good one. It's a good game. Look at Simon just playing defense before the ball. He's right on him.
Ready for fourth quarter action here at the Kozlowski Gymnasium. Palmieri, number 13, Newford, number 20, Mills, number 23, Hagelin, number 4, and Hess, number 0, the 5, for the Spy Ponders. Up 9 to begin this fourth quarter. 3-point shot there by Meyerberg, no good, but Lexington able to come up with the offensive rebound. Jones kicks it back out. Another 3-point shot. This one's no good by Ongor. Another possession for Lexington. Ongor lays it up and in.
You got to get those. You can't give them that many chances. Got to get some defensive boards.
Yeah, 3 or 4 chances that time for the Minutemen. They finally capitalized and cut the Arlington lead down to 7.
Even if you tip it out of bounds, you can't give them a little bunny like that.
Inside to Hagelin on the low post.
He'll aggressively attack the hoop too.
8 on the shot clock. We played a minute of the fourth quarter. There's Hagelin again, down low, spins it up, no. Mills on the rebound, no. Shot clock finally goes off, no. And now we'll have a shot clock violation. Arlington had 3 shots at it, none of them hit the rim, and none of them fell down. And Arlington with an empty possession. Bondasani in, Palmieri out for Arlington.
Good defense, good offensive rebounding there by Arlington. Coach Woods wanted a little foul there.
3-point shot is good. There's Asapor again.
I shouldn't have said that they should get him more involved, because I think he is going to start getting involved.
15
really play.
For the junior. He's high point man on the game for either team. Arlington's high point man is Owen Hagelin with 14, as does Caden Mills. Now Hagelin looked like he got tripped up there, and he looks like he's hobbled. I don't know if it's that knee that's been bothering him, but he does not look like he's 100% right now. 8 on the shot clock. Here comes Hagelin, takes a difficult shot.
Get back.
Well defended by Lexington. Now Lexington on the fly. Hess takes the charge. No, he does not take the charge. Blocking foul on Simon Hessen for Simon. That will be number 4.
It probably was a good foul either way, Don, just to slow down the momentum here a little bit, put him on the line.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
sure this
Simon's
guy's a good fourth foul, and this kid's probably a good free throw shooter.
Well, he hasn't played much, the sophomore Chris Lupone.
Yeah, then they
at
go
the
to
line
him.
for a 1-and-1.
He comes in the second half, and now they just go with him.
Right.
So it's unusual. You see a kid sit on the bench, and all of a sudden he comes in, and now in crunch time, he's your go-to guy.
Good for him. He knocks down the front end of the 1-and-1 and trims the Arlington lead down to 3.
Yeah, he's got a lot of poise. He's been dribbling the ball well. He's been passing the ball well. Lexington guy was in a little. I think one of the rebounders was in quick.
Free throw violation committed by Lexington. Lexington has begun this fourth quarter with a 6-0 run in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, and Arlington now leads it by just 3. It's a 1-possession game. Hagelin's going to take a long 3, and it goes up and over the backboard, out of bounds. Lexington ball. All the momentum right now is with Lexington.
Could really use something like that, just to slow the momentum, put some points on the board.
Lexington with a chance to tie with a three-pointer here. Arlington student body yelling for defense. Floater, no.
Good
Offensive
call.
foul.
Matt Newford's got great position there, took the charge.
Darren Unger picks up the offensive foul. For him, his third, fifth on the team. Lexington still with one more to give before Arlington will be in the bonus. Arlington with 8 team fouls, so Lexington is in the bonus already and one away from being in the double bonus. Now they got Bondasani down on the baseline.
Probably just to be a facilitator, trying to get maybe Mills the ball, cutting through.
1-3-1 offense by Arlington against the 2-3 zone of Lexington, 10 on the shot clock. They've really done a good job bottling Hagelin up. Now Hagelin goes around and over. Keeping it alive was Mills. Bondasani had the shot blocked from behind, but it will be Arlington ball.
They're really attacking the offensive glass well. They're more than we've seen recently. Mills and Bondasani are playing they're just
Fresh
playing
shot.
so tough.
Fresh shot clock for the Ponders. 5 minutes to go in the game. They lead by 3.
Definitely need a bucket here.
As Caden Mills flips it up. He thought he got hit. He needs to get back on D. Lexington's coming back the other way with a chance to tie. And let's see. We have a held ball. Possession arrow favors the Spy Ponders. Arlington ball.
Good defense there by both guys. Bondasandi, Hagelin right there. Wow. Whoever has the ball last can win this one.
I'm not sure who called that timeout.
TV timeout, I think. No, I'm just kidding.
Let's see. Looks like Arlington. Arlington takes the timeout.
I think they just really need to set something up here and try to say, hey, listen, we need a bucket.
.45 remaining, fourth quarter. Arlington by 3. If you're just tuning in, Arlington without the services of Jaden Williams, who unfortunately had to go home before the game tonight with an illness, and they've rallied to the occasion. Coming up big here to lead by 3 points, almost halfway through the fourth quarter. A very, very important game in the Middlesex League Freedom Division.
Big possession right here. They're going to work it around. They went to a box and one. Lexington did. They got someone just covering Owen Hagelin. The other guys are playing. Oh, great pass.
And laying it in is Owen Hagelin.
Bondasani took it to the hoop, saw that he was in a little bit of trouble. Hagelin made a great cut. They just had someone face guarding him, and the other Lexington players were playing a box.
Big hoop for the Ponders. They increased the lead to 5. We're halfway through the fourth quarter. Nice bounce pass there, but unfortunately Ashapur wasn't ready for it, and it had a little bit of mustard on it too by Jones, and the Minutemen turn it over.
Yeah, just too much mustard on that. Too hard of a pass to catch, big bounce. So you go back to a 2-3. So they only played that box and one for that one possession.
Hagelin for 3. Yes!
Oh, what a big shot, Don. That was a big shot. I said they only played the box and one for the one possession. They might have gone for 2 possessions there. That was a big shot by Owen.
Owen Hagelin for 3, and the Spy Ponders lead it by 8. Timeout Lexington.
Probably the biggest shot right there of the year. That was a huge. Momentum was with Lexington. We hadn't been hitting our threes. He gets his feet set and lets it fly. That's a great play.
For Lexington, that's timeout number 4, so they only have 1 timeout remaining in this basketball game, and that's to Arlington's advantage as well.
The thing about Owen, too, is just taking that shot. You know how much it means and how important it is, where he'll just take that shot. He has confidence in his ability and confidence in his teammate. That says a lot about him in a pressure situation like this, where he's just going to light one up from the three-point line. Good for him.
Looked to be pretty contested, too.
Yeah, there was a guy on him, and he just jacked it.
Increases the Arlington lead to 8. Lexington has knocked it down to 2 on one occasion, 3 on another occasion. They've never actually tied or taken the lead in this game. Arlington has led it from the beginning, I believe, from 2-0-1.
And Arlington really has to go with their high-level intensity on defense here, because Lexington's really going to be pressing. Oh, don't want to leave that kid open.
Meyerberg for 3, no.
Caden Mills.
Strong rebound.
Slow it down.
3.5 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Arlington looking to increase their 8-point lead. You know, Tim, at some point, does Lexington have to come out of the zone? Hess with a 2-point shot, rare miss for Simon Hess.
I can see them extending it, but at some point when they start fouling, they're going to have to.
Otherwise, Arlington, you know, remember it's a 35-second shot clock in high school boys basketball.
That's a
so
great pass.
There's a good entry pass there. And Asapur lays it in. But, you know, if Arlington goes against the zone and can use up 25, 30 seconds each possession, it's going to limit the amount of opportunities for the Minutemen. They're down by 6 is Lexington. Hagelin for 3, no.
Oh.
So Arlington comes up empty their last 2 possessions. This is allowing Lexington to get back into this thing, down 6 with the ball. Pull up 3, no. Well, that would have been a big momentum basket for the Minutemen had Ongor made that shot.
And Mills with his 12th rebound of the night. Ripping boards tonight, as per usual.
2.5 minutes remaining, fourth quarter. Arlington by 6. Here's Hagelin to the basket. Knocked out of bounds. Arlington ball.
I think Coach Woods wants him to slow it down just a little bit, take some time off. Like you said, you got 35 seconds. Use 20 of them at least. Feels more comfortable when Hess has the ball. He always makes the right decision.
Bondasani in the corner. Gets out
Nice
of there.
pass.
Caden Mills flips it in with the finger roll.
Bondasani's really been good on the baseline, making the entry passes. Another great defensive play by Ricardo.
Lexington turns it over. Arlington ball, 8-point lead. Under 2 minutes remaining in the game.
He's got a bunch of assists, and he plays tough defense. He's caused a ton of turnovers.
See if Arlington can get a good possession here, use up some clock, as they have a full 35 seconds to work with.
I mean, almost even if they don't get a shot off, just take the 35.
Yeah, just use the 35, have a good possession.
Get Lexington jumping around, maybe commit a foul.
Shorten the game. It's a 3-possession game right now. Hagelin goes to the Euro, flips it up.
Tough
no.
shot.
Rebound fought for. Now, one thing Arlington does not want to do is foul, especially on the offensive glass. Don't want to have Lexington getting points at the line with no time running. Here's Cooley in the corner. Nice pass to Jones. Jones unable to handle it first, and here comes Mills with the steal. Caden Mills, coast to coast. Caden Mills, no. It'll be Lexington ball. And I'm wondering if Coach Woods would have rather Caden Mills just maybe pull that one out.
Yep, that's told him that for future reference. We'll take some time off the clock. Lexington's so good at going back door too. When they get overplayed on the perimeter, they just instantly, it's instinctive that they just go back door. It's such a weapon.
Yeah, I think Caden probably, by the time he took that possession coast to coast, probably about 25 seconds left on the shot clock, and might have been nicer to take some more time off the clock. A little Owen Hagelin half push. Lexington player was losing his balance at the same time, but Owen had a hand in his back. He will pick up that foul, and for Owen Hagelin, that's foul number 4. So he has to be really careful in his final minute, 1 second.
Yeah, he ran into Caden Mills, which you might as well run into the padded wall there.
Referee checking on the status of Ryan Asapur, who will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Team foul number 9 against the partner. So this is still a 1-and-1. Arlington not quite yet in the double penalty.
Especially after he just got hit. Everyone's got to be really careful they box out here.
Gassapur misses the front end of the 1-and-1, but Lexington gets the rebound, and now they're going to get, is it Newfer, I believe, coming from behind with the wraparound, trying to get the held ball, but he'll be called for the foul.
This is a good free throw shooter too. Yeah, I didn't like the odds on that first shot. He seemed like he tweaked his neck a little bit. He was still stretching it out.
Yeah, Lexington did a good job getting the offensive rebound, and now Jones at the line hits the first free throw. Radoslovich into the Arlington lineup. Bondasani out.
Got to box out and box out the shooter.
7-point Arlington lead with 58.9 seconds to go. Jones hits both free throws. He's in double figures for the night. Now on the steal, Hess lost it. Last touched by Lexington. Arlington ball. Now Bondasani in. Radoslovich out, as Arlington will do a little offense-defense maneuvering in this final minute of the game.
And Hess and Hagelin have to.
Oh, I hate this. They try the long pass. Hagelin able to come up with it. Now Hagelin's going to go to the basket, flips it up. No, he's fouled on the play. Chris Lupone picks up the foul. Arlington living a little dangerously here in this final minute. They attempt a long pass, and then Owen, rather than pulling it out and using up some clock, decides to go to the hole. Good for him that he was able to pick up the foul on Lexington, and he'll go to the line for 2.
I know Caden's a running back and a linebacker, but he looked like a quarterback there. And Hagelin made a great catch. I think Coach Woods was yelling, pull it out, and then he took it to the rack. But he's a very good free throw shooter.
Hits the first.
That's probably the best offense you're going to get this time is a freebie here, especially with Hagelin on the line.
Arlington
just ran over someone.
8. Arlington's going to have to hit free throws to salt this one away. Three-pointer is good, and that's on Gore with the three-point basket. Let's see if Lexington goes to the immediate foul. Looked like they did. Looks like they're still trying to foul, and now finally we have a whistle.
The first one looked like one.
And that does put Arlington in the bonus.
One of their better shooters, though. That's Hess, right, shooting?
I believe so.
Yeah. I like Hess and Hagelin on the line.
Gassapur picks up the foul, his second, team's 7th. Simon Hess at the line for a very important 1-and-1. 35.3 seconds remaining, Arlington by 5. Around the rim and out.
No foul.
Yeah, we don't want to foul here. Newfer, I believe what happened there was he was out of bounds when he touched the ball, so it'll just be a turnover. It will be Lexington ball.
Got to just get back, though.
Shot clock is off for the duration of the game. 32.3 seconds to go. Here come the Minutemen flying up the floor. They're down by 5.
They're looking for the 3.
The three-pointer by the freshman, Meyerberg, no good.
Simon's
got the rebound. Hess with the ball, and a foul called against Lexington. And Coach Woods was right there with the official to call a timeout if Hess was in trouble, but instead, foul committed against Lexington, and Simon Hess will go back to the line for another chance to increase the Arlington lead with a 1-on-1 situation. Yeah,
I like it now here. He got the look last time. He's going to bend his knees, take his time. He's going to make this first one.
.4 seconds remaining. Arlington by 5, Arlington by 6.
He's got a little bit of a different rotation on it, but he's got nice form. Gets the ball up. Same routine here. Would be a big bucket.
Hess knocks them both down, makes it a 3-possession game. Arlington by 7. No fouls here, Arlington. Let's not let them get any points at the line with no time ticking. They can score if they want to. Remember, Lexington down to their final timeout. 3-point shot missed. Lexington comes up the rebound. Another 3-pointer, this time missed. And they're going to call Matt Newfer on the foul. Both players remain down. Both teammates come to help their teammates get up. And I think Matt Newfer is going to get the foul. It'll be 3 shots for Lexington. No, make it 2.
He's saying it was after the shot.
Oh, wow.
That he bumped into him after the shot.
Okay. So it'll be 2 shots for Lexington. Now there's only 4.4 seconds to go, and Arlington's up by 7. So I think we're in pretty good shape here.
Yeah, you got to box out though, because you don't want anything like
Now, to our right is the Lexington student body section, and they have gotten a little bit vocal and a little bit vulgar here at the end of this game. And so now some of the Arlington staff is over here to make sure that things remain in control as Meyerberg hits the first free throw.
Big box out right here.
Well, I mean, it's almost mathematically impossible. We're up by 6. It's
I don't care,
4.4 seconds to go.
You guys hit the rim.
Yeah, Meyerberg commits the violation, and now it's just going to be a matter of the final score as the Ponders will be able to salt this one away. But Coach Woods is going to play it safe. He's going to use one of his remaining timeouts.
Tell him that he doesn't have the baseline. Coach Woods would tell him that.
4.4 seconds to go. Arlington by 6.
Coach Hobbs telling his freshman point guard, you got to hit the rim on that one.
Yep.
It's a great win.
Great win for the Spy Ponders. That will improve their record to 10-5 overall, 8-4 in the league. This loss will drop Lexington to 8-6 overall, 7-5 in the league. And as I mentioned a couple times during the telecast, Arlington was trailing Winchester by 1 game in the league standings. Arlington will travel to Winchester High School for a game on Friday night the 3rd.
Yeah, great coaching tonight too by Coach Woods. You know, when he made the adjustments, halftime adjustments. Remember when he came out with that 1-3-1? Both times that he played the 1-3-1, only on 2 possessions. They both led to turnovers, both led to hoops. Playing without his best player. Him and Coach Mike did an awesome job as per usual.
So we won't be with you for a while. Our next home telecast will be on the 10th as Arlington goes on the road against Winchester on Friday the 3rd, and they will go to Belmont on Tuesday the 7th. And as I mentioned, I started to mention, get a little bit more into it, Arlington now with this win will be battling for first place in the division on Friday night when they go to Winchester. So good luck to the team on Friday night at Winchester and at Belmont on next Tuesday, and we'll see everybody on Friday for the second to last home game of the season when Arlington will play host to the Rockets of Reading High School. Newfer can't hit the front end of the 1-on-1. Lexington will get off a final shot. Shot no good, and that will end it.
Big win.
Let's run down tonight's scoring for the Minutemen of Lexington High School. Charlie O'Brien had 2 points. Amari Moe had 5. Chris Lapone had 1. Darren Unger with 8. Sam Meyerberg with 3. Donovan Jones with 10. High point man for the Minutemen with 17 points was Ryan Asapor. For the Spy Ponders, they only got scoring from 5 players tonight. Ben Radoslovich had 2 points. Simon Hess had 7 and a couple of big free throws down the stretch. Ricardo Bondasani with 4. Owen Hagelin with 21. And with 16 points, I'm going with the ACMi player of the game tonight. I'm going to go with Caden Mills. 16 points.
At least a dozen rebounds, steals, defensive intensity, everything. Hey, Hagelin played great. Hess did a little bit of everything too. He played tough defense, made some big buckets. Bondasandi played unbelievable defense, was all over the place, had a dozen assists. He had a great game tonight. Yeah,
Tim, as you mentioned in the pregame, you know, Arlington was without their leading scorer and all-league candidate Jaden Williams tonight in his 20-plus points per game. But as you mentioned, it's going to provide opportunities for other players to step up, and the team did it as a whole tonight and got this big win.
It's one of the biggest wins that they've had in the last few years, and this is a great win. Anytime you beat Lexington in hoop, it's a good win.
And you got to look at some of our fourth quarter highlights as we wrap things up here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium. For the ACMi crew, I'm Don Phelan along with my partner Tim Hoffman. The final score here from the Kozlowski Gymnasium, Arlington 52, Lexington 46. Thanks for joining us.